up to. There you go. I've got this recorded. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, I would love to send you the link here. Oops. Anyway, drop an emoji. Come say hey if you are here live. I'm so excited to have you here. This like sun streak is really bothering me. So here we go. I moved my office around, and so I am like facing two giant windows, and it's wonderful. But it also is okay. It is also so bright in the morning because I have the morning sun comes in and it is aggressive. So anyway, drop an emoji, come say hey if you're here live. I'm so excited about today's topic because wow, multitasking. Are we not the queens of multitasking? I mean, geez, Louise. I was thinking about this topic. And I so clearly have these moments of multitasking in my life where I'm like, hold on. And I go back to these tools I'm going to share with you in my own life time and again. But before we dive in, I'm Emily Olhausen, and I'm just so happy that you're here today. I work with high achieving women to create more work-life balance in their life so that they can actually enjoy the life that they've created. And multitasking is it's for every single level of career woman, mother, partner, all of us. This touches all of our lives in such a powerful way that it's so important, so great to talk about this. And so I want you to know that I'm here to answer your questions. I'm reading them live, and most of the time I can see some comments. And if I can't see them on our live, then please drop them and I will absolutely either direct message you the answer or I'll share it in a comment. But let's dive in. So here's the thing with multitasking is we have this illusion that we can do it because we are women. I mean, we could do everything, multitasking included. And, we're just better at multitasking than men. And in general, yes, we are better at a lot of things than men. We have the mental capacity to store a lot of things that are happening in our lives, what the kids are up to at school, what our career is needing, what we have to do in grocery, the cleaning schedule, all these like little things that seem like just the normal mental load that we have to carry. But the truth is, even though we have to carry that all, we can change how we carry it. And so I want to take you back now to this story. I was thinking about this before I, decided to go and do this specific topic for this week. And I was sitting on my couch and I was ordering groceries on my phone and I can't remember. I think my husband was sitting next to me. I was watching Netflix, right? I was ordering groceries and wow, I just felt so overstimulated. And then I think like maybe one of my kids came in and I felt like I almost couldn't breathe. It was like, this is so much at once. And like, honestly, I did it to myself, right? And so in those moments, one of the things that I want to teach you today is why we do this and also how to get out of it. So let's start. Why do we do so many things at once? First of all, it's that myth that we think we can do a lot at once. It's not true. Because our brain, the reason this isn't true is our brain studies show, takes about 20 minutes to get back to what the original task was. So when let's say you are working on a project for work, or I know there's a lot of stenographers in here. If you're working on a transcript and then you go and check your phone and then you check your email, it takes about 20 minutes to even get back into work, right? I think, okay, if you're an entrepreneur, you are working on your computer on a certain, project you want to complete, you check your phone notifications, and you're taking an hour, 20 minutes to dive back in. And so it feels like you're being successful because you're, in essence, putting a little bit of sprinkling in a lot of different jars. But the reality is, you aren't focusing on one. And so at the end of the day, you feel like you've done 1,000 things, but you actually haven't done anything at all. Doesn't it ever just feel like that? Like we're going, going, going. You're like, I should have everything done. I should have my kitchen clean, my work done. I should have this work project finished, and the kids are set. And then you're just getting nothing done at all. And it's so frustrating. And that's because it takes so much bandwidth to go from one task to another. And so if we can protect ourselves in a way to where we can, you know, ease the amount of notifications and small dopamine hits that are coming in, then we're able to focus more. And this also goes for the ADHD women out there who are feeling additional stress on this because of, the lack of focus, and ADHD is very closely intertwined. That a lot of women in here might be either self-diagnosed or have ADHD. And so I want you to hear me when I say this. There are still ways that we can help ourselves in this area. So I want you to think about every time you take a notification, it's a quick dopamine hit. But how do we get that really long sustained dopamine hit? Okay. It's like when you're working towards something that's really hard. So for example, I'm a self-taught stained glass artist. That was a huge challenge for me, but it is insanely successful, sustainable dopamine hit because I'm doing something hard that took me a lot of time and commitment to either complete or move forward with. First is the quick dopamine hits of checking our notifications, checking our email, right? So I want you to think about and comment below. Think about like what is one area where you get that quick dopamine hit that really sidetracks you throughout the day. Go ahead and share that below. I'm gonna make sure that I can read these comments. Technology these days, y'all. It'd be coming for me. The tech gremlins. All right. I cannot see your comments, so that's a super bummer. Okay. Anyway, so these areas where you're getting these quick dopamine hits, your notifications for Instagram, Facebook. Okay, what is a line, what is a boundary you can create around that to ease that? For me, it looks like putting my phone into work mode where I don't have notifications for certain social medias. And then it also looks like deleting the apps off my phone when I don't want them. And when I tell you it is such a pain for me to go on Instagram, it is on purpose because I noticed, wow, what a, time thief it was for me. I was losing pockets of my day. So these two things alone have been insanely successful for me. And I also am always looking for ways to recognize where I'm leaking time and then what I can do about it. And then also switch into a mode where you can get curious here for a second. Releasing judgment. Okay, maybe we are spending a lot of time on Instagram. Maybe we're spending a lot of time on Facebook. If we were to get really curious now and switch to how can I get that sustained dopamine hit? What comes up for you? For example, for me, I love to be in my glass studio. That feels like easy hard work. It's for me, it's really that sustained dopamine hit. And so what could that be for you? Is it completing a really great hard workout where you get sweaty and you're like, yes, this was so good and I'm so glad I did this. Something that you are in charge of and not that you're giving your time away. Okay? And also like emails. You can set up email solutions to where you don't get certain emails during the day and you can look at those at night. And just taking time to create those boundaries within your life is going to help. Okay. So why do we multitask? Why does it feel like even though you're in your kitchen, you have to cook dinner, the kids are talking to you, or you're ordering groceries, talking to your husband, you get irritated because you like absolutely know you want to have a conversation with your husband or kids, or you like wish you weren't so overstimulated. You just want to cook dinner in a, in a gentle, like mindful space, and yet you find yourself scrolling. Okay. So this is a different, we want to like, this is like another layer deeper on why we use our phones, why we like overstimulate ourselves. It's because distraction is very much like a pacifier for discomfort. So sitting alone or working alone in the kitchen, cooking dinner or reading or sitting on the couch in silence, not even reading a book, not listening through your ear pods, sitting there is sometimes uncomfortable because, like, what are the thoughts that are going to come up? This is going to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. Our brain likes to be safe. Our brain likes to be comfy and cozy. And it's just a different way that we numb ourselves out by distracting ourselves. Okay. So even the most, focused person who wants to be, a successful entrepreneur, we can distract ourselves into thinking that our day is so busy because we think that's what a successful entrepreneur does, or, makes us feel valued if we're like super busy. But the reality is, you might only have one client a day, let's say. And sitting with the thought that you only have one client a day might not be your version of success. And so that's really uncomfortable. Or, work has slowed down and you're not really sure, like you tie a lot of value to work and your self-worth. And so when the work slows down, there's an uncomfortable feeling. You're like, I'm not used to slowing down. And so what's so great about acknowledging these feelings is that we are able to work through them. Why am I uncomfortable? Right? Why can't, like, can I sit in silence? Can I slow down for 5 to 10 minutes today just to take a break from all the noise, just to rest in silence, see what comes up for you, even if it's uncomfortable. And remember, we could see our thoughts coming in and we can decide to release them. Oh, I'm not worthy, or, I'm not a hard worker, or they don't value me at work because work slowed down. All these thoughts, let's just release those. And so when we're able to take this power pause, we can slow down and we can actually start to realize, where is our attention going? How can we prioritize? I hear often that people don't know how to prioritize. Okay. Is it true? Or is it true that you haven't slowed down enough to decide intentionally what you're going to do? So for today, I want you to slow down intentionally. 5 minutes, 1 minute, a few deep breaths, whatever that version looks like for you. And then I want you to look at the task at hand. So let's go back to me on the couch. Okay. Ordering groceries, talking to my husband, watching Netflix. This feels like a lot. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to decide, and you can say this audibly so everybody knows around you and so that your brain understands what's happening, or you can decide in your head. Take a breath. Okay, right now, I'm going to first have this conversation with my husband. He's my priority. Then I am going to complete grocery shopping. And if it feels overstimulating, I'm going to pause Netflix. Can you see how that power pause took me out of a space of overwhelm and anxiety and put me in a position of power in my own life? I'm able to take that break and then use it to my advantage. So tell me today, do you have any questions, first of all? And if you have any ideas on how you're going to implement this in your day, I would love to hear them. If you're watching the recording, please drop it below. And just remember that you are always in charge of your life experience. Every small decision you make really does matter. Slowing down and being intentional in the decision you make is going to be your power move that you can come back to time and again. And remember that multitasking is a myth, and it takes our brain longer to switch from task to task than we even realize. So today, I want you to set those boundaries, figure out where your time is leaking, and really just slow down. Where do I want my energy to go right now? Right now, I am fully here. I am fully live with you. And I want my energy to be with you. There's nothing else I'm thinking about. There's 1,000 things I could be doing or thinking about, but I want to be here with you. Just with that decision, I feel like I can breathe. Okay. Let me go ahead and see if I can. I'm going to try this again and see if I can find my live comments. And if not, I'm going to let y'all go for today. Can't see it, but I'm so happy that you're here. And if you're, okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll send you the recording, Kim. I'm just so happy that you're here today. And if you're wanting some more support in this, because you're in this group, I offer a complimentary 30-minute call. This is a session where you and we hop on a call and we just talk through how to make your work-life balance ideal for your routine and your life. This is a very curated call just for you. A lot of my clients say they find value just in the intake form because you are answering questions all about you. And I know that so many of us don't experience a situation where we're being asked questions just about ourselves. So, because you're in this group, I want you to feel supported. I want to hop on the call. I don't want you to worry about it being a sales pitch. Nothing like that is going to happen. This is purely heart-centered support. I love coaching. I love you being here. And I hope that we connect in that way very soon. I will drop that link below for you to schedule that so we can work through this and make it easier in your life. And if you have any questions, again, please pop them below. I'm sure if you have a question, somebody else does. But I just thank you again for being here. Happy Friday, and I will see you next week.